music industry podcast, and I'm Andrew Wiebe. Let's dig in.
Today I'm chatting with founder and CEO of Drooble, Melina Krumova. How are you today, Melina?
Hello, I'm good.
Thanks for joining me. And for those who don't know, what is Drooble and how does it help musicians?
Drooble is a platform where musicians from all over the world can collaborate with each other and use our tools to promote their music and reach a broader audience.
With more and more collaboration sites coming online these days, what made you want to start another platform and what makes it unique?
When I decided to work on Drooble, I just felt the lack of space that unites all musicians. A space that gives them the appropriate tools to connect and advance their careers. What makes Drooble unique is actually how our community works. For example, you get on Drooble, you help the community and contribute to others' music. As a reward, you earn karma points. Then you can spend those karma points to promote your own music through our tools.
And what sort of tools are available for promoting one's music?
Okay, so there are various things. We have an online radio. All songs added on Drooble are automatically broadcasted on the radio. So people can purchase guaranteed additional plays. Basically, many people will listen to them when they purchase this tool. We have various features like Artist of the Week, Tune of the Week, Video of the Week. We have an electronic press kit, which is really nice. I love it. We offer private song reviews. We publish album reviews and interviews in our blog. And right now we are working on many other awesome tools.
And what need are you looking to fill with Drooble? Why did you feel it was lacking when you looked at other social networks out there?
Actually, what I felt lacking was a real community where musicians can actually help and support each other. The other thing missing for me was engagement between people. In other social networks, it's getting harder and harder for musicians to get their content reach people and engagement. Without them paying for it. So we wanted to build a network where musicians can promote their music efficiently without necessarily needing money to do this.
It's true, and with so many social networks beginning to throttle the news feeds and making it a pay-to-play platform, it is getting harder to get engagement. Instagram is one of the few places people still go to and find they can get quite a bit. I find that engagement's gone down on that platform a little bit too, but I'm sure that's one element that musicians would certainly enjoy is seeing more interaction, and that's the purpose of social media as far as I'm concerned anyway.
Yeah, and these places are getting more and more lonely. This is what we want to change with, basically. To have a network that's alive, a community that's alive.
And what is the value of social networking for musicians today? How does it benefit them?
I think social networks are great in the sense that they make it easier for musicians to find gig opportunities, for example, find the right people for their projects, to get their music reach a broader audience. There are actually many tremendous opportunities.
And I am playing a little bit of devil's advocate here with this question, but can't social media become a massive distraction for musicians, especially when they're looking to stay inspired creatively?
What I think is that this distraction applies to all people in general, not just musicians. Social networks are great if used with purpose of productivity, but what I notice nowadays is that people tend to get addicted and waste so much time consuming useless information instead of being creative and productive. From my personal experience as a musician, I can say for myself that, for example, I never land on Facebook's newsfeed. I just don't do it. I haven't been there for longer than a year already. And I think that way I stay more focused on getting things done. I spent my time on Drooble, though, discovering great artists and music.
I could see that for sure. And I'm sure our listeners might be a little bit curious to know about your musical background, so feel free to share a little bit about that.
Okay, well, I started playing music about 7 or 8 years ago. I started playing a guitar, and a few years later, I joined a metal band. And basically, we started a metal band. It wasn't there. So nowadays, I just play in a groove death metal band. That's my story so far. I enjoy all sorts of music. It's not just down to metal. I really love good, honest music that comes straight from the heart.
Fantastic. And I think this was something that was mentioned on your website, or maybe it's a catchphrase of sorts. But what do you mean when you say music has the power to change the world for good?
Well, as I said, when I got into playing music when I was about 23, and at that age, I could observe with awareness how music started transforming me. It's good that I didn't start earlier because I could really see how it's going. So it helped me. It really helped me become more self-aware and connected with my inner world, with my emotions. I found out a person can really get to know their self through music, as it happened with me. You know how they say that joy and peace come from within, but all people actually look for those things outside. But once you get into music, it makes you look inside yourself, and eventually you find the joy and peace we are all looking for. It did it for me. So I decided to start a music lesson school in my hometown to share this personal growth opportunity through music with other people as well. Things grew quickly there, and for a few years nowadays we give about 400 lessons per week. We have a large community of people who love music. We have rehearsal spaces. We have a small concert venue, a recording studio. We operate in several cities. And somewhere along the way, actually, I decided to make things global and started Drooble. In a way to help the music, maybe to help the love for music grow in people's hearts so they can grow through it too.
Yeah, I think music can cause a lot of introspection, and it can cause a lot of personal growth because it does require dedication to become good at your craft. So I can see where you're coming from with that. What is the best way to use Drooble, and how would you suggest musicians take advantage of it?
Well, I'd say if you're a musician, the best way is you go on Drooble and upload all your music. Then start giving away to then receive back. Help other musicians' requests, answer questions, listen and appreciate their music, give feedback, and you will see the same will come to you. And along the way, you will earn points that you can spend on promoting your music in and outside Drooble.
Do you see Drooble becoming more? What else would you offer musicians and the industry at large if you had no limits on time and resources?
I'd see Drooble as a place where musicians have all they need in one place. We'd offer them more opportunities for career advancement. We'd offer them a marketplace to exchange goods and services between each other and fans. And also, I've been thinking about more tools for collaboration.
And in your opinion, how critical is it for musicians to build up their social media presence for marketing purposes?
I'd say the social media presence is really important, but what mistake I often observe is that musicians tend to start the marketing part before they got the product part together first. This never turns right, according to me. I think a person should make music that is honest to what his being feels, then make it present in the same way, being true and original in the expression. I think this strategy always wins, but it takes a level of personal growth, maybe.
And I see a lot of the opposite as well. A lot of musicians that will create products but then have no plan for it, marketing it, and that can be an uphill battle also. But I can see
it goes down to balance. So always you can't have one side without the other. Marketing and product, I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah. What do you see as being the most challenging aspects of building a music career in the digital age for musicians?
Maybe the most difficult part is standing out and getting paid, as competition is really massive. The digital age makes a lot of music available to the audience, labels, festivals. So an artist must really stand out. Standing out requires a lot of hard work on skill, a good use of resources, a genuine expression of one's inner world through music, and I think most of all, it's committing to something bigger than oneself, a cause, maybe an idea that can be beneficial to the whole society.
I like that. It's very true. Well, this has been a great conversation. Is there anything else I should have asked?
No, I think we covered most of the music stuff nowadays.
Okay. Well, I just want to encourage the listeners to go and check out Drooble. It's drooble.com, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And thanks so much for joining me today, Melina. Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, David, for your time, and I hope this has been useful.
My pleasure.
Thanks for listening. Make sure to go to musicentrepreneurhq.com for show notes and other goodies, and leave us a review in iTunes to help us spread the word.